All right, everybody, welcome back. We are jumping into another deep dive today, and this one is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's all about how interior design can actually impact how you feel.
Exactly.
So we found this podcast episode that was really fascinating. It's talking all about creating these luxurious spaces and how to do that even if you don't have a ton of money to throw around.
Right.
And it really got me thinking, have you ever walked into a room and just instantly felt
Oh, absolutely.
relaxed?
Yeah, like a spa or something.
Yeah, or even the opposite. You walk in, you're like, ugh, I don't want to be in here.
Definitely like a doctor's office waiting room or something like that.
Exactly. So we're gonna kind of unpack all that and let's see if we can figure out, how to make our spaces feel amazing.
Absolutely. It's amazing how much our surroundings can affect us emotionally.
Right.
Yeah. Even just thinking about a really cluttered room, it's almost like you can feel the weight of it. It stresses you out.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, and there's actually science behind that too. All that visual chaos, it actually competes for your attention, and that can lead to, mental overload and stress.
Oh wow.
But when you have a well-organized space that's aesthetically pleasing, it really does, kind of calm you down and make you feel more in control.
It's our brains are just wired to respond to our environment in a certain way.
Absolutely.
So this podcast episode that we were looking at, it takes that idea and it runs with it.
Yeah.
They're talking about how to design these spaces that feel luxurious and really comforting at the same time.
And I think one of the best takeaways from it is that you don't have to, go overboard or spend a ton of money to get that feeling.
Really?
Yeah, a few key pieces can make a huge difference.
Okay, so give me an example. What kind of things are we talking about here?
Okay, so imagine sinking into a really plush sofa with a ton of soft throws and cushions.
Oh.
Or a bedroom that's lit with warm lamps, strategically placed around.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's all about creating this multi-sensory experience of comfort and luxury.
Yeah, it's not just about what it looks like, it's how the room makes you feel.
Exactly.
Physically feel you're talking about textures and lighting and all these different things.
Exactly.
So, okay, I'm curious, what are some textures that personally make you feel relaxed?
Oh, let's see. I mean, I'm a big fan of a chunky knit blanket.
Oh yeah, those are so good.
They're just so warm and cozy.
Yeah.
But it is interesting how different textures can evoke totally different emotions. You think about smooth velvet that might feel really elegant and sophisticated, but then a rough-hewn wooden table, that could feel more grounded and connected to nature.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's all about the vibe you're going for.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing that this podcast episode really emphasized was lighting.
Oh yeah.
They were lighting is the secret weapon of interior design.
It really is light has such a huge impact on our mood and even our energy levels.
It's true. I've definitely noticed that if I'm in a room with really harsh overhead lighting, it can make me feel kind of tense.
Oh yeah, especially at night when you're trying to wind down.
Right, I'm totally guilty of leaving all the lights on even when it's dark outside.
Yeah, well that's where understanding color temperature comes in handy.
Color temperature.
Yeah, so warm white light, the kind that has a yellowish hue that's really good for living rooms and bedrooms because it mimics the soft glow of sunset.
Okay.
So it helps you relax. And then you've got cooler white light, which is more bluish, and that's more stimulating, so it's good for kitchens or workspaces where you need to be more alert.
So it's not just about having lights on or off. It's what kind of light you're using.
Exactly. And you can really fine-tune the mood of a space by creating layers of light, using lamps and other light sources instead of just relying on the overhead lights.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And the best part is you don't have to, break the bank to do any of this.
Okay, good, because my bank account is already crying.
There are a lot of affordable ways to create that luxurious atmosphere.
Yeah, like what? The podcast mentioned getting new throw pillows or swapping out a rug.
Yeah, those are great ideas. And another thing you can do is use candles.
Oh, candles are nice.
Yeah, they add that warm flickering light, and you can get scented candles that add a nice, soothing aroma.
Yeah.
And then plants are also great. Bringing in some plants is bringing nature indoors. It just adds so much life and vibrancy to a space.
I do love a good houseplant.
And something as simple as just rearranging your furniture can make a big difference.
Really?
Yeah, it can create a fresh perspective and even improve the flow of energy in the room.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
So, okay, as we wrap up here, what's one small change that our listeners could make today to start creating a space that feels, more luxurious and like helps them feel better?
Well, I would say just take a moment to really look around your home.
Okay.
And think about what one thing you could change. Could you swap out a harsh light bulb for a softer one? Maybe add a cozy throw to your favorite chair?
Oh, yeah.
Even the smallest changes can make a difference.
I love that.
They can really have a ripple effect on your mood and help you create a greater sense of peace in your home.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for breaking all that down for us.
Of course, happy to be here.
And to all of you listening out there, I hope this has inspired you to take a look at your own space.
Yeah.
And maybe make a few little tweaks to make it feel even more amazing.
Absolutely.
Until next time, happy decorating.
Everyone.
Bye.